everyone, and welcome to BioMarine 360. Here, I will be interviewing unique talents who are developing innovative products and strategies in favor of a sustainable blue economy. Whether it's aquaculture, industry, investment, policymaking, and research, my goal is to share with you, my guests' vision and impact in their own industry and how you can inspire yourselves from it. Today, I have the pleasure of talking with Lilia Kjelasdottir, actual CEO of Saga Natura. Lilia has quite an amazing background, PhD in biomedical sciences, followed by postdoctoral research at Duke University. Lilia soon decided to move back to Iceland, where she became head of R&D at the biotech company Genis. Later, she joined the ranks of Saga Natura as their COO and became their CEO in February 2020. Saga Natura is an Icelandic green vertically integrated biotech company founded by scientists with a passion for bioactive compounds from nature and a vision for microalgae revolution. They focus on dietary ingredients based on patented algae cultivation technology and wild organic Arctic plants. When we started BioMarine 360, I immediately thought of Lilia. Her positive attitude mixed with her Icelandic and international mindset reveal how Saga is poised to become a key actor in the microalgae industry today. If you want contact information of Lilia, you can check out our profile in the BioMarine community, and I will also put a link to the Saga Natura website below. I won't say more for the moment and let you enjoy the interview.
Thank you, Lilia, for being with us today. It's quite nice to meet you finally after all the talk. And
Absolutely.
So I really look forward learning a bit more about Saga Natura and a bit your role in all this story. So quickly, before getting directly into Saga Natura, if you could say a few words just about yourself and how you actually ended up in Saga Natura.
Yes, exactly. So I actually envisioned that I would just be working at the university, being a professor. You know, I never expected to be here in the place where I'm right now. So my background is in biochemistry for a bachelor's, and then I moved to the United States from Iceland to get my PhD in biomedicine, and that was at UT Southwestern Medical Center. And then after that, I went and did a postdoc at Duke University. And by then, I had some interesting opportunity to actually move back to Iceland to work on chitosan at the biotech company Genis. So I moved back in 2014 and took over as head of R&D at that company. And this was really the first time that I just really was able to dive into the biotech. And I thought it was so much fun. You know, it's really fun to actually develop something and actually taking it, you know, you can take something from the laboratory and to the consumer in a relatively, you know, fast manner. And you can actually see it, you know, going from the test tube and into a consumer product and into the store. And I think that's what is really rewarding about this job. And, you know, when you're working on the bench, you're just doing bench work and lab work, and you might not see your work ever get to the consumer. You know, so that's why I think it's actually really fantastic. And I feel blessed to actually be in this industry.
Yeah,
so,
it's good to have that link between research and consumers and really have the entire value chain all together at once.
Absolutely. And I like sales, you know, so I can kind of combine these two, you know, things together, which is really fun. And so then actually, and then I got this opportunity to go into the microalgae business. And that's actually at the company that I'm at right now, which is Saga Natura. And I joined the company in the beginning of 2018. And by that time, we were in the midst of merging two companies together, one coming from the Arch Angelica field, or, you know, a company that had been manufacturing and developing products from a medicinal herb here that grows wild here in Iceland, and this company that had been working on developing a new technology for microalgae cultivation. So really exciting project. So I jumped over to Saga Natura and have been working there, and actually took over as CEO now last February.
Congratulations.
And, thank you. Yeah, so I mean, we are, you know, we have so many exciting projects, you know, both in terms of, you know, evolving that technology, but also, you know, working on the ingredients and then further taking the ingredients into formulas, testing these formulas and getting them into something, something fantastic that's going to benefit the consumer.
Okay, and exactly, speaking of the consumers, so how is the research directly relevant for the consumers, and how can it really improve their daily livelihoods?
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, for this, I mean, we have 16 products that we have developed in-house, and I'm not going to go over all of them, but maybe if I just pick one product that's going to be from the Angelica side and one product from the microalgae side. We do have Saga Pro, which is made from the leaves of Angelica archangelica that grows wild here in Iceland. And this product is, actually there's a patent pending on this product for a treatment of overactive bladder. So this is a condition that's actually really common, and like 10% of the entire population suffers from an overactive bladder. And this increases, the prevalence of this increases with age. So an overactive bladder is when you have to go frequently to the bathroom, either during the day or during the night. So during night, it's going to interrupt your sleep. Some people are waking up as often as 6 times every night, and that's really disrupting your sleep pattern. And we know today even more and more every week and month that how important sleep is. Mm-hmm. And this product is actually it's like a nutraceutical, so we can get it fast into the market. It's not a pharmaceutical compound, but we have identified the active compound within Saga Pro, which we are now applying for a patent as a method of use. So this has been working really well in Iceland. Like 1% of the population is using this product, and wow. we are right now we have like 1 clinical trial performed on this product, and we're doing a repeat trial now on 200 persons. But the trial is in Madrid, and COVID is really wreaking havoc with the advancement of the recruitment of patients. Mm-hmm. So, well, hopefully we're hoping that we're going to have results by next year, maybe March or something. So we're really looking forward to that. And I think, this is going to be really important to get the products into under the brand, other brands worldwide. So that's really our focus, mm-hmm. to connect with other B2B businesses and bring our formula, our innovative formula, into other companies for a wider distribution, so that more consumers can actually benefit from these. And then for the microalgae side, I mean, we do have our own production of microalgae here in Iceland. And right now we're doing, especially we're working on, looking at different strains of microalgae, but the one that we are cultivating large scale is the Hemitococcus pluvialis, which creates and is a super producer of astaxanthin, mm-hmm. which is a really powerful antioxidant. And it's actually a really exciting compound to work with because it has such broad health benefits. And one of the benefits is to protect the skin. So what we've done is that we've taken our astaxanthin and the whole microalgae and combined it with several different ingredients that all support skin health in various different manner to create, one really fantastic beauty from within product. And this one has been on the market here in Iceland for 2 years. And we've actually, being in Iceland, it's kind of really beneficial because here we can actually produce products, develop them fast, get them into the market. And because it's such a micro market, we actually get feedback, from consumers really fast. So it's like an extension of our product development machinery to actually include, the population of Iceland.
Yeah, and it's more efficient and smaller markets, so more efficient. Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, it's been absolutely beneficial for us. But then you have to take the advantage of this, and then you need to listen to the consumer. And for this, actually, and we actually have identified, a new problem, that we could solve using our Asta Skin formula, which is like an unresolved skin problem, which I cannot say about it right now because we're working on a patent application for it. but it's going to be really exciting to bring that one to the market.
Wow, so yeah, a lot going on. And so jumping exactly on the fact, so of course, Iceland is a very small market, but it has its advantages on one side. But taking into account the fact that it's an island nation and that there is also the COVID around us, how do you envisage really your global strategy to expand Saga Natura? And so you were mentioning all those partnerships with other industry partners, but is there anything else?
Yeah, I mean, for us, I mean, we're such a micro market. I mean, we're never gonna develop into a huge empire if we just stay in Iceland. So obviously we need to expand globally. And what we've done is that we have developed our own brand where we actually test all of our formulas in the consumer market. And we've been testing it here in Iceland, but then we're also opening up into the Amazon market in the USA. But we mostly are focusing in on the B2B partnership to get partners that have established brands in their markets, and this way we're going to be able to faster get the formulas into their market areas. And we're especially focusing in right now on, we've been working on the European market, and we have several clients there, but right now we're really focusing in and testing the water in the Asia Pacific market and in the US. So these are like the fastest growing markets, and really excited to be on. And they are single language, single regulation. In Europe, it can be a bit, even though you think that the supplement, the nutraceuticals, is going to be equal under the EFSA, but there's actually slight variations on what you can say about each product.
Absolutely. And Europe has some benefits, but also it has very strict regulation that sometimes are hard to tackle, notably for the microalgae market.
Absolutely, especially for a company like us that are like doing like innovative and finding new things. But in Europe, it's such rigid. I mean, obviously that's to protect the consumer, obviously, and which is really good. But it cannot be so rigid that it's gonna hinder development and advancement in this field.
Of course, and I really hope that they're going to start working on that to really help instigate new companies just like yours to really start working on all these amazing projects. And to bounce on the fact that you're working with the US and Asia, what is your policy on sustainability? Because it's something very important. I know for the seaweed and microalgae market, it's something that's almost working hand in hand. So what's your view on all this?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, this is obviously a really big deal for us. We want to have effective products. We want to be sustainable. We want to have, not only effective products and pure, but they also have to be manufactured in a way that is good for the environment. So, I mean, here we actually have a huge benefit in being in Iceland, because here we have the 100% renewable energy available. So all electricity that we use in our production is coming from geothermal and hydroelectric sources. I mean, obviously, that's kind of unique, for us here in Iceland. And then we have the pure Icelandic water. And then, we are in the business of cultivating the microalgae. And microalgae, they are carbon, negative, in absorbing CO2 and releasing oxygen. And it's going to be, and we are constantly tracking the advancement in actually carbon capturing from the atmosphere, so we can actually use that in our production. Right now, it's not quite there to be actually be usable right now, but I envision that in the next years we are going to be taking CO2 directly from the atmosphere and into our culture.
Absolutely, and I think that there's a lot of work being done, notably this year around the carbon capture around seaweed and microalgae. I'm pretty sure that, as you said, probably in the next year or two, there's going to be some very interesting results, and that it's going to be a very usable tool for companies that are producing to really have an efficient impact on climate change today.
Absolutely.
Okay, and so for a little final and personal question, because you have a very amazing, you have an amazing experience coming up to Saga Natura, and so as a woman entrepreneur, how do you envisage the role of women in the microalgae industry today?
Okay, so yeah, I mean, being from Iceland, it's I think I actually do have an advantage because I mean we are one of the most gender equal countries in the world. So for me, I haven't felt a huge that it's a huge obstacle for me being a woman, or you know, in this in my field or in my work. But I think still, though, I mean, in Iceland, we still have not closed the gender gap completely, but I think we are, you know, the most advanced country for this, I think, in the world. But I mean, I think globally speaking, women are gaining, and the gap is declining, you know, and this happens also, you know, as more and more female leaders emerge and show that, you know, absolutely this is possible, and that gives, you know, that it puts the standard at another level. So you say, oh, so they can do it, of course I can do it. So I think it's going to be, as we see more and more women leader emerge in the field of biotechnology, the gap is going to close even faster. And so I think my advice, you know, for women is just, you know, you have to just be, you know, believe in yourself and just never give up. And I think that's just, you know, have some grit. That's kind of my my advice.
Okay, and I really hope maybe one day you'll be the role model that, you know, a lot of young women scientists or entrepreneurs will look at to really enter the microalgae industry.
Oh, I would be so happy if that would be true.
We'll see. I really hope so. I'm pretty sure that will be the case. Anyways, thank you, Lilia, for your time. It's been a very interesting interview with you, and I really look forward hearing a bit more about, you know, what you do and what Saga is going to be doing in the next months and years, and hope to be the global player that you aspire to be.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity to tell people about Saga Natura and what we do.